look at the way they slide to one side where there is a, the opponents have the ball. I think Mekelekea's strategy in the first 47 minutes has been, whenever they lose possession of the ball, they push numbers on the side where sedama Buna are in possession and make it very difficult for Buna to be able at least to find some space or channels to be able to pass the ball through.
Buna, that opening day draw against Ethiopian Buna is now long forgotten. That was the Buna derby. They had a 3-0 victory against Dredawa. It is the only victory they so far have had this season, so they're looking to find a second as well. Obviously, those losses against Hawassa and Fasil have really dented their chances of being in the top 4 as it stands. But then again, just 2 wins in a row will get you 3 or 4, 5 slots up the table. That is how tight it is. It'll probably be more spacious in the second half of the campaign, but for now, a big opportunity for all coaches to try and keep within touching distance of those at the top. Of course, Fasil Kenema, the defending champions, Hirda and Walaita Dicha completing the top 3. Intesnot to Fireo Solomon was a flip and beats Binyam Lankano with a bit of skill and flair. He certainly don't keep this one in. Gezo Bogali up front is watched by Alex Tesema. Now another one brought in by Tafese into the area. It's picked up by Clement Boy. Clement Boy again under the spotlight because of those crosses. We've seen him make a couple of big mistakes every time the ball has been floated inside the Mekelekeia box, and it will be very important for him to improve on those statistics today.
Well, absolutely. He made mincemeat of himself when they played against Addis Ababa. They lost by 3 goals, and 2 of those coming from crosses that looked very, very weak. Again, dropping them for Addis Ababa to pick a very crucial win against them.
Mehari to Biruk. Scott Fireo Solomon in the center. Comes back to Mulu Allen Mesfin. Who then comes to Teodros Tafese. Looking for Igezu Bogale. The big man couldn't control that one. He was washed by 3 defense players anyway, but had a couple of options around him, including David Tefera. And Fireo Solomon could have found any of those 2 and could have been trouble for Mekelekeia, who have an opportunity to come forward again with Clement Boy. It's a battle between 2 coaches who are not just friends, but they're also former teammates. Bremedin Haile and Johannes Sale, both of them played at St. George. In fact, just before the beginning of the campaign, out of the 16 coaches, 7 had played at St. George. So it's been a club that has provided so many coaches, from Johannes Sale, like I say, to Gabriel Medin. There's Fasil Tekalina Tadama. There's Abubakar Ismail, who recently left his position with Addis Ababa. There's Mihret Murgeta, who is down at Hadia. Serihun Shengata, the one who was just taken on at St. George. And of course, Seyum Kabede, the defending champion. So good stuff by St. George in terms of making sure the conveyor belt continues moving. Sister Fesa, bring this one into the area. Looking for a crucial touch in there. The clearance is off Ibrahim Hussein. Playing a crossing game. Now Sedama Buna, they are having so many of those balls on both wings, where there is Mehari Mena and Mintesnot, and then trying to bring it in to find either Biruk, Igezu or Fireo. Ndinyambele looking to throw one forward, where there is a run from Giro Mohargos. Once again, this one not kept in play. Good pressure as well from Mehari Mena, who's in the stands. Now still waiting for the opening goal of this game. We need a goal.
Oh, we really need a goal. We need a goal, and I think from the ongoing so far in the first few minutes of the second half, I think Sedama have realized that they're taking too long at least to get one on the scoreboard, and putting a lot of pressure, inviting a lot of defensive qualities from Mekelekeia.
Spiniambele battling for possession with Mul Alem. Eventually, Sedama coming out with this one and spreading it as far as Git Gatgut, who's got support with Mintes not out wide. Slides through the center with Theo Drostafese. The return ball is putting Git Gatgut under pressure as Michele Kaya picking it up, but Gatgut quickly coming back and doing a good defensive role. Theo Drosto could not keep this one in. A team that was originally based in Yergarem, which is about 45 kilometers from here. They since have relocated closer to Hawassa town, the Sedama Buna side. Looking on so many facilities, including a stadium. Spini Ambele losing position at the edge. Very good defensive work from Dawit Tefera Guta, who has come off worse and stays on the ground. The referee finally blowing his whistle. Coming for Birhan Washamo. Now with Tefera. And look at that again. The clearance eventually coming off Kit Gatgut, and it was a collision between the two.
Absolutely. It's a collision between two players. Because Dawit Tefera expected to run rings around that Mekelekea defense line. Okay, playing just right behind Biruk Mulugeta and Igezu Bogale. The 23-year-old young chap. Just getting into the system.
Larry Emmanuel spreading play out, looking for Dawit Worku. Takes a long one forward. Good pressure from the man who is a second half substitute, Gezahen Balguda, but the clearance eventually off Yakubu Mohamed. Igezu Bogale under pressure from Alex Tesema. Returns this one to Mintesnot. I'm not very sure what Mintesnot was doing here.
He was trying to bring in a first-time cross, but again his technique letting him down. That rush of adrenaline by the Sedama Buna players really has a negative effect on their play today. They're not giving the kind of quality of passes that you expect them to help them to finish. Really struggling.
Alex Tesema has a touch, and this has been given away. The goalkeeper, Clement Boy, quickly had to come off his line and had an interesting battle in there with Igezu Bogale. That could have been trouble for Clement Boy, who had to try and clear the mess after it was created by his own captain, Alex Tesema.
It's a protected area. That is a protected area for the goalkeeper. I think Igezu Bogale needs to know that he's coming up against somebody who's about 70 kg, 90 kilograms man landing on him. He should be careful. He had a disastrous performance against Fasil. They completely outmarked him in that game.
It's a foul from Larry Emmanuel on Dawit Tefera Guta. Here's Bogale coming forward, looking for chances once again. Desel in the Bash, picking it up through the center. Only as far as Mo Alem Mesfin. Just before that, the referee had blown his whistle because it was a foul on Binyam Lankano. Lankano, seen so much of him in this second half so far. Him and Dawit Worku, simply because Michele Kaya have been on the back foot pretty much since we got out of the dressing rooms. Getting closer and closer to the hour mark here in Hawassa, so I get a feeling there will be a bit of pressure from both dugouts now to try and score an early crucial goal. Free coming out with a yellow card. And this one I think is for Clement Boy for time wasting. 56 minutes on the clock.
I think the hunch is that as long as it continues remaining 0-0, they are in a fine place. Because remember, they are way above this Sedama side in 10th position. Therefore, a point for them would definitely move them into about 6th or 7th position on the log.
Sedama, but eventually gives away possession. This is Mintes Not Kebede. Good support with Gitgat Kutbak. He's being put under pressure and eventually goes. As Mekeleka clear their lines again. On the side, suddenly having those chances, but all their chances are coming off crosses. What's quite interesting is every time they take those crosses, they don't have many options inside the area.
That's the problem. That is the problem. They're getting balls in wider areas where Mehari Mena and Mintes Not Kebede are playing the thread, and that is a good cross in by none other than the man who came in for the captain, Tewadros Tafese. Again, Biruk Mulugeta just coming a second later and failing to put his foot onto that ball.
Changes. One of those is Girum Hargos. He's going to be coming off for Johannes Mengishu. Gistu comes and goes straight into that midfield. One of the two changes being made by Johannes Saleh. Picked up by Biruk Mulugeta. Referee doesn't blow the whistle. The Mekeleka players were asking for a free kick. Nabil Negash is the other player who has come off as well. So Johannes Saleh making huge changes in his attack. Introducing Akuya Chang. He's having his first piece of action this season.
So he's a striker, and therefore it could be the prime card that was being put out there by Coach Johannes to come and, put a dent into the Sidama record.
Here's a hand. Balguda taking one out wide. Only as far as Mehari Mena. Bring it through the center. Now Sidama Buna can attack. With Dawit Tefera. He's got options on the right, options on the left. Goes out on the left with Mehari again. He's getting Bogali right ahead of him. Finds him. Now this is Biruk Mulugeta. A couple of Mekeleka players are back. It's through the center where Dawit Tefera is operating again. They're trying to spread wings, and this is picked up by Gezahen Balguda. Good defensive play from Mintes Not Kebede, who continues with his run, trying to rush into the area. The big tackle coming off the captain Alex Tesema.
Well, that's a prodding run there by Mintes Not Kebede in an advanced position. This is exactly where Gebremedin Haile expects his two wing-backs to operate from. Again, quality defending from Alex Tesema.
Picked up by Freo Solomon, who is in a battle as well. Binyam Lankano, eventually Lankano committing the foul, giving a free kick away to Sidama Buna. It will be converted by Teodros Tafese. He's a very fast player, a very tricky player as well. You don't want to give him that much space. This is what Binyam Lankano was trying to avoid, but instead piling his own side under more pressure. There's a couple of Sidama Buna players that have come forward, including Gitgat Kut and Yakubu Muhammad. The two central defenders just at the edge of that area, trying to find a way around Clement Boy. Teodros to deliver. Here it comes, high and good inside the area, touched by Alex Tesema. Goes out wide. The flag stayed down, and that could have been a big opportunity once again for Sidama, but easy pickings for Clement Boy. No, there's no reason for him to worry. I mean, Sidama Buna players don't seem that aggressive when they get into the box.
They are not, and Clement Boy just taking it easy. Really not too much coming his way.
Igezo Bogale, who has since gone out on the left and let Biruk Mulugeta operate through the center. So Dawit Tefera, allowed to turn. But not allowed to keep possession. Picks it up again off Binyam Bele. This is Mintes Not out to Teodros Tafese. Biruk to have a cross once again. This will be a corner kick. It came off Alex Tesema. It's a delicately balanced fixture, this one. You get a feeling the next goal could be the crucial one to separate these two sides. This is by Theodros, delivered into the area, slightly far, and ahead of Git Gatkut, who does well to keep it in. He's got support just out wide. Ethio Solomon was waiting for that possession. Then he tried to dribble, quickly losing possession, and now the Mekelekea side are trying to come forward themselves, just not doing enough. Akuya Cham, who a fast start from him. Theodros Tafese to Mintesnot Kebede. Ethio Solomon twisting and turning, trying to find his way around Larry Emmanuel, losing possession. The clearance comes forward now. Chance for Mekelekea to try and build onto something. Niambele is one of those in support. Here he is. He's got support out wide with Gezayan Balguda. That is the idea he had, but it was a bit too fast for the second half substitute. You could see what Ethio Solomon was trying to do.
Absolutely. Binyam Vile just trying to find Belguda on the right-hand side or the left-hand side of the attack, but poor anticipation by the man who came in for Piruk Semu.
Kisubugari coming deep into the midfield, looking for possession, being put under pressure by Gezahen, losing possession. Now this is Binyam Bele who has picked it up, throwing one forward, looking for Akuya Cham, running into the area. Akuya! Oh, what a save from Git Gatkut. The big returning centre back coming back to spare his side of the blushes. Sedama Buna, lucky.
Tall and lanky, that's good fast touch. Just at the moment when he was going to kick the ball with his right foot, the tall man, Gitkat, could just comes at the nick of time. And of course, getting some applause here from the Secretary General of Sekafa, Mr. Auka Gisher, in the house to support the region.
Binyam Bele brings this one into the area, looking for crucial touches. Gitgat Gatkut facing it again. Only as far as Akuya Cham, who has another opportunity to keep it in, but takes it slow. He's giving his side a chance to reorganize inside the Sedama Buna area. Oh, what a pass.
It's a perfect pass. Good run. Look at those two guys, you know, lanky players, 6'2", both of them. You'd think that they're twins. But when it comes to the real game, brotherhood goes out of the window.
Club started back in 1934 by Emperor Haile Selassie. You know, to take part of the social side of the army. Originally was called Machal FC, which of course is for the ground forces, but has since encompassed all the other elements of the defense forces. Kamia is a side that certainly is looking for pride and bragging rights as well. This Mekelekea side. The referee has quickly played this one on. This is Gezahen Balguda, twisting and turning back to the center where Biambele is operating. He's got support out wide. Decides to find one through Mintesnot Kebede. This is Yakubu through the center with Ethio Solomon. And now Mol Alan Mesfin. Back to Dawit Tefera now. Coming out wide looking for Theodros Tafese. A bit too fast. Another ball, another opportunity for Mekelekea to come forward.
Oh, that was a well-timed tackle. Just time at the moment when the striker was going to hit the ball. Good response there from Git Gatkut.
Picked up by Dawit Worko. He's trying to bring one forward. His side could have been under pressure. This Mekelekea team have not won the league in 25 years. On the other hand, Kabri Medin Haile has won twice in the last 4 years. First, of course, with Jima in 2007, 2018, 2017, 2018. And then Mekele Sabandeta in 18-19. So he comes to this Sedama Buna side, knowing a thing or two about how to win the Bet King Ethiopian Premier League. Probably could have made it 3 in a row had it not been for the world pandemic that was COVID-19 back in 2019, 2020. TCC side struggle at the beginning of the current campaign. It's an interesting touch from Kezahen Balgoda. It only went as far as Dekle Mariam Shanko.
It's interesting how Mekaleke has matched sedama buna literally in each and every department, despite the fact that they really don't have the kind of quality that sedama buna has. And of course, having played in the league for quite some time, you'd have expected that sedama buna was going to roll over this team, but their tactical organization, whenever they lose possession of the ball, has been absolutely outstanding.
It's a long one coming forward. Info Igezo Vokale, flag stayed down, but then Alex Tesema quickly picked this one up. Very good defensive organization from Mekaleke. They do allow Dawit Warko to come, extra touch coming in from Intes North. I mean, as far as Theodros, now Mo Allen, Mrs. Dawit. He's got a couple of runners ahead, including Biroko, almost had a touch inside that area, but he used his hand, and that will be a yellow card. Biroko Mulugeta trying to trick everyone in the stadium, including the referee, and find his way around Clement Boy. Does he know this game is on television?
And not only that, he needs to know that the center
in this part of the continent, very, very important. They maintain their top flight status, this Mekaleke side, and certainly there will be lots of pressure on Johannes Saleh. We've already seen a season that has seen Abubakar. Bengata to take over. That man will be.
Hello. Salam. Hani number आपजी नहीं यानी ना परे डबल फुल बजे से यानी बालांस आने पर ये እርግጠኛ ከሆንክ ፒሲ ይዤ ልውጣ በቃ እሺ እርግጠኛ ሆንና በራሴ ስልክ መልሰህ ደውልልኝ 10 ደቂቃ